Hello YouTube. I know I'm looking shoddy and it's dark. It's late. It's about bedtime. I've got a pretty busy schedule and so I'm trying to block a bunch of videos. If you're still paying attention, you have beat goldfish and most of the human population. A study was released that the human attention span has now dropped to 8 seconds. Goldfish have an attention span of 9 seconds. This is how unmindful and scattered we've become. We are at war with the health and welfare of our mind. It's a beautiful, brilliant organ that does it all. And as we get older, we have to take care of this organ. I personally discovered that I have a genetic disorder that causes me to have malformed blood vessels throughout my body. So my circulation naturally is abnormal. Small and large blood vessels are affected. And that's why I had to have 2 surgeries on my chest. Other people with this condition may not know it and wind up with aneurysms in their brain. So my circuitry is already a little off. I have bipolar. The exact roots of bipolar aren't fully understood. And people with head trauma in the emotional centers of their brain can also display attributes similar to bipolar and psychotic type symptoms. So, I'm not saying I don't have a mental illness, but I'm saying I am on a trajectory for really needing to start paying attention to the health of my brain. Anything that reduces your blood circulation is bad for you. It shrinks your brain, cuts off oxygen to your brain. So high blood pressure, lack of exercise, smoking. I did that for a long time. That's a bad habit. Smoking cuts off blood supply to your brain and actually causes your brain to shrink. If you already have blood vessel problems and high blood pressure, your brain is shrinking, which means it's dying. If we stop learning exercise is also keeps your blood flowing and oxygen going to your brain. It's not an aesthetic thing, it's a necessary thing, not just for body health and mental stability, but for the growth and welfare and maintenance of your brain. Let's see, there's my lack of sleep. Sleep hygiene is essential for brain welfare. We deprive ourselves of sleep. We don't think we need it. Our brain does not have lymph nodes. It does not clear out debris. The only time our brain clears out debris is when we sleep. It prevents Alzheimer's and dementia. There are little things, I can't think what they're called, but they go through your brain only when you are in deep sleep, and they clear out the dead cells. Sleeping is the time when our brain, not just we feel refreshed, but our brain literally heals itself. It's the only time of day that it heals itself, and the only way that it heals itself and removes inflammation. Having inflammation, chronic inflammation in your body, causes damage to your brain. So if you have conditions that you are not treating as best as you can, autoimmune diseases and other such things that you're not taking care of, also generally inflammation from a poor diet. Things that are known inflammatories. Eat anti-inflammatory foods. Google a listing of anti-inflammatory foods. It's at the tip of our fingers. Spices, green tea, turmeric, sweet potatoes, garlic, many things. Fish oil, fatty, healthy fats are brain food. So eliminate inflammation in your body. Get exercise. Reduce anything that constricts blood flow so you have plenty of oxygen to your brain. Get quality sleep because it will prevent dementia. It's not a guarantee, but if you want to prevent certain genes from turning on, you need to take care of your sleep for your future mind. Learning. When we stop learning, not only do we get stagnant and boring and bored and stuck, but we literally, our brains start to shrivel and die. Our brains are dying. Our brains are either growing, thanks to brain plasticity, they're either wiring or they're dying. And the earlier you begin to get into the bad habit of not learning something new as part of your day, the earlier your brain starts to die. And the more, when you become elderly, the more critical it is for you to be forming new neural networks from new experiences, new learning, new knowledge. The less inclined you're going to be to do it because you may not be feeling the best. You may not be in the best life situation to be able to pull that off. You want it to already be a practice in your middle years to be an ongoing learner. Let some podcasts play. Take a class. Learn dance. Pick something and learn. Try to learn constantly and continuously. Anything for the welfare of your mind. Oh goodness. There was other ones I was going to say, and I don't remember what they are. Sleep, learning, exercise, blood flow, anti-inflammatory foods, quality sleep, fatty foods, nuts, seeds, learning new things, balance, body training for things like Tai Chi. That's why a lot of older people do Tai Chi, not because they're not flexible enough to do yoga or be triathletes. The balance centers of our brain begin to go as we get older. And if we want to keep them going and keep our coordination going, coordinated exercises that involve balance and coordinating multi-limbs together, like Tai Chi. If you get to a place where yoga becomes too difficult a little farther down the line, if you had prepared, taken good care of yourself, not beat the crap out of your joints with heavy duty exercise and lifting, and you can't bend anymore to do things like yoga that are less stress on you than Tai Chi. But balance exercises, you're not going to burn fat. That's not the point. You're going to keep your balance centers and your hand-eye coordination and all of that functioning into your later years. So those are my tips for socialization. Socialization is really important too. Yeah, those are my tips for aging minds. And you want to get on that before it's too late. Before your grape shrivels to a raisin, you want to start caring. Not about just the quality of your day from a lack of sleep or a week lack of sleep, the quality of your present, but really the presentation of your future. You could lose your mind if you choose not to protect, value, nurture, and use your mind. You could lose it momentarily, psychotic. Lack of sleep can even cause psychosis. You can lose your centeredness, your control of yourself. Or you could set yourself up for disease and lack of functionality that you may not have otherwise faced if you took the time to take care of yourself in the earlier days. And I am on a run of insomnia, and I have yet more to do in the morning. This volunteership that I've taken upon myself, I'm beginning to question whether it was the right move or not. But for me, for now, for my mind, I'm going to call it a night. Love you guys. Love yourselves. Love your health. Love your old self. Think about it early. Think about your mind. Don't just constantly unwind with TV. Read books. Learn new skills. Keep growing your grapes. Don't let your brain become a raisin. Love you guys. Good night. Say good night to my kitty. Cross your fingers and hope that I sleep.